Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Untitled podcast. It has been a while since we've done this.
Captain Caveman.
Shut up! Anyway,
yes, and Jeff's gonna blow out the mic.
Yes.
and as John has put it, you're gonna have a bad time if that happens.
As I was saying, welcome back to the Untitled podcast. It's been a while. I'm with Brent, Jeff, and a newcomer, Andrew. Yes, he's quoted himself. He's gonna be like, "I'm very shy. I don't want to record the podcast today." But yes, it has not been a good week, has it?
Well, you're all still in my house, so.
Well, I mean,
we basically lived here forever.
Yes, but I mean, not for you, but for us three.
I've been here.
No. I mean, last night, I think we have all witnessed each other's anger levels rise exponentially.
They became on that one night. They rose to my anger levels.
Okay,
and that's something.
Okay, so we saw a movie last night, and
can we call it that?
Yes,
really?
We're gonna have to call it a movie.
Really?
Because I don't know what it is. But
it was a piece of shit.
It was a duty.
We saw Savages last night, and
Savages, barely even human.
Anyway, if you guys have never just fucking look up the trailer. It's by Oliver Stone.
Or don't. You're not.
Oh my fucking god! This piece of shit movie was.
I think John's overstating it just a tad.
Nope.
I mean, right before we went to the... No. I have a story to tell. Right before we went to the movie, we went to 7-Eleven, and there was like a stack of DVDs like shifted over, and we didn't see what was on the front. So John's like, I'll just lift these up here. And the first movie that he was touching was Twilight. I swear, he cringed back like he was in pain.
I did. I was like,
he turned into a
no,
like it was a vampire.
You talk about blowing out the mic, John.
I lowered the sensitivity a little bit.
And then he cringed back like he was a vampire touching like holy water, like.
He cringed back like he was a vampire touching kryptonite.
That doesn't make
sense. Shut up, John.
Anyway, so what happened was we went to this movie and we got a couple of free passes. Well, Jeff got the free passes for us. I owe you big time, Jeff.
No, you don't. That was a shitty movie.
I don't care. We've all sort of marked it down as us three have now one bad movie under our belt that we've recommended to each other. Mine was Dragon Wars because, well, I was a stupid teenager.
We were going to... Okay.
We'll explain that story after. But then there's Jeff's, which... Savages.
And Brent was
Gulliver's Travels.
The only reason that movie...
I went to see it. I didn't mind it.
No.
I wasn't expecting much
Andrew.
of it.
Thank you.
I wasn't expecting much from the movie to begin with.
Thank you.
I really tried to like Savages. I really did. And then there was one scene involving a computer and some animations that the drug dealers used, and that's when I'm like, I was really trying to make John try and just like give it a shot.
Because I will admit, and Andrew has said this numerous times, I have a tendency to go into movies and do not touch that computer. I have a tendency to go into movies.
Touch my daughter.
I just have a tendency to go into movies sometimes with a negative attitude and just sort of be like, "Oh, this is gonna fucking suck."
You could hear the cringing. Like
because,
John turned to me, and I knew exactly where.
I had no expectations for this movie at first, and we got in there, and I forgot the exact moment. But there was a moment where I looked to Jeff, and I'm like, Jeff, this is the dumbest movie I've ever seen. He goes, dude, just give it a chance. Come on, you hate on everything. It can't be that bad.
Oh my God.
And then all of a sudden there's a scene in which the Mary Sue of the movie or whatever.
The damsel in distress.
The Mary Sue, I think. Mary Sue would be the word? I don't know. Is it Mary Sue?
The Lois Lane.
Not really, because she wasn't perfect by any stretch.
Okay, sorry, not a Mary Sue. I'm mixing.
She just liked to touch people's penises, apparently. that was kind of her main thing.
Anyway, so yeah, this the lead female actress gets kidnapped by these.
No, we're not talking about John Travolta.
By the
and then the Mario brothers have to save her.
And this but these actually you could equate it to like a drug dealing.
No,
Mario
that was
brothers.
the lizard from Spider-Man.
No, he was Voldemort.
We don't even know what movie we're talking about
attention,
anymore.
guys.
Guys,
Calm your tits. Anyway, so we were like, it gets to that point where where they get her on Skype and basically
they're threatening her.
Yeah, they're threatening her.
Get her on the Skype.
And there's an animation.
You won't believe what
There's
happened.
this animation of like them cutting off, like decapitating the head off, and all of a sudden just like
and blood squirting
it's bouncing around,
and it's got like the exit over you, and you're like, and like they're looking like horror, like oh my god, and the audience is just looking like
what? And I'm sitting there like this. I'm just sitting there, stone faced, looking at Jeff slow. Like if I've mentioned this in the car. You can imagine my head just pivoting, just going.
John, your head needs a little grease.
Yes, it does. But no, and I can imagine he's just sitting there watching this movie, just going, maybe if I don't see him or don't move like an actual person, he will not know that I exist.
John's a
at this point,
Tyrannosaurus.
I really wasn't giving a fuck about you. I was more concerned on what was happening on the fucking screen. I was so confused. Like,
I know. I'm just sitting there. I'm like, yep, this solidified it. This is the dumbest movie I've ever seen.
That, like, there was a they were changing. They were during the movie. They went to like a soap opera for a Spanish soap opera, and John turned to me like, "This is the stupidest thing ever." Like, it was like 10 minutes
because
into the
the movie didn't know what it wanted to be.
No, it didn't know what it wanted to be, but we were in 10 minutes of it. We need to see more than 10 minutes of it to know what it wants to be.
That's the thing with me about movies. Like, I watch a movie, and sometimes within the first 10 minutes, I'll be like, I know I'm not gonna like this movie, but you know what? I'm gonna try and watch it along the way. But I'm gonna listen. I've tried.
Jeff's right.
Okay, name one.
My Little Ponies. It took you forever to complete that.
Because I'm not gonna listen. I've explained that I'm not gonna watch it until he was like, "Fine, you gotta watch one episode. You gotta watch one episode." I'm like,
and after I watched the episode, it took you what, 3 months?
Because I didn't want to watch the fucking episode.
Which means you didn't want to try it, John. You don't want to try anything that you don't have to. Because even if you give listen.
All right, okay. We're gonna
moving
I want
off
to say
track.
this about the movie. There was a lot of good actors. Actually, most of the actors are very good, and they tried their best to try and make
Selma Hayek and that guy from Kick-Ass who played Kick-Ass.
Oh, that was the guy.
Yeah,
that was the guy from Kick-Ass.
John,
the two main characters.
Look at the screen.
I know.
The two main characters of the movie were John Carter and Kick-Ass from Kick-Ass.
I didn't know that. It was
really
the fucking
Kick-Ass
guy
from
Kick-Ass.
Kick-Ass. I would never have guessed.
Well, it's not like it was Hurt Girl.
Anywho, but they were very good actors. But this movie gave them horrible roles. These roles, just like first the Selma Hayek was supposed to be like this drug dealing like
classy lady,
the boss, but she was like also supposed to be like this sensitive woman. And you don't become a drug lord if you're sensitive. They even said that. Like, no,
you don't become a drug lord without making a few enemies.
Or killing a couple people yourself.
You have to brain somebody if you're gonna be a fucking
like
drug
they were
lord.
killing this guy, and she was like saying, "They're like, I'm supposed to look sad, but I have to be strong because I'm a drug." If you're in this business, if you are running this business, the Colombian drug lords will not do. They will do whatever they did to this guy.
Colombian.
Whatever.
You hear
Mexican,
that?
Sorry.
If you ever want to become the head of a drug deal, you can't have feelings.
Is this just becoming How to Become a Drug Lord with Brent and Jeff?
No, this is how not to see the movie Savages.
This is how you
with
make
everyone.
meth.
The more you know.
Breaking Bad is such a good show.
No, this movie is to show you why you shouldn't smoke weed, because then this shit comes out.
This is the reason why drugs will never be legalized.
Like the bad guy, bad guy made you hate him.
Benicio del Toro was great in this movie. That's the only redeeming factor.
Well,
in my
I
opinion.
wouldn't say it was great.
Let me explain. Because Benicio del Toro
you know what?
is...
No, you don't get to explain this time. You explain everything. There is no explanation for this.
We're throwing out our opinions, and you're like, let me explain
okay.
why you are wrong.
Okay, I'm not gonna explain why you were wrong. I'm just gonna say
why I'm right.
That's good.
Go on.
We need you on the show more often.
Indeed.
Anyway, so in my opinion, I think that Benicio del Toro made the movie watchable. That's all. Like,
you pronounced John Travolta wrong.
Because I like Benicio del Toro as an actor. I like him in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. I liked him as the Wolfman. He's a very good actor when given the right roles, and I thought this was like one of those roles he could actually fit in, to be a scummy ass motherfucker who will basically make you
Mexican.
hate.
Wow, John.
Yeah, I'm sure he really appreciates that. Thank you. You can tell.
You turned that around on me, motherfuckers.
I did.
Yes.
Look at that go.
Well, actually, I did, but that's okay.
He did a good job of being the villain. He's told to be a villain, and he made the villain. And the other guys, they just like they told him to do the role, but they probably didn't give him any script because they're just like going with like, are we supposed to do that? And now the main villain is trotting a horse behind her.
I remember your reaction. I just looked at you. You're just like, what? Like, you're just like, where's the horse puncher?
She's talking about like bringing her pony down to California to meet her daughter because her daughter hates her or something, but she's proud of her for not being in the drug business. But she's in the drug business because like she needs the money.
To quote Salma Hayek, "My daughter hates me, and I'm proud of her for it."
That I can understand why she's.
It makes sense. She just had a horrible
not following in my bullshit, like, footsteps. It's not the right thing to do. So I appreciate that she's not going the route of just this horrible life of just drugs.
Instead, she's just fucking this random guy and gets. Never mind. Anyway,
is it any?
Look, she's like Salma Hayek has to act so sensitive, but she's a drug lord. That it's just it's if you see the movie,
okay. You know what?
This is not a bad movie that you should see like The Room. This is a bad movie that is a dumb script, and they just.
I haven't been this mad at a movie since My Soul to Take. Do you remember that one, Andrew?
Angry is angry.
That was oh my god, we saw that. He brought alcohol. He was the lucky one.
Yep.
He's sitting there like with a bag with like a what was it, like a Four Loko or something in it?
No, it was small bottle of Jack Daniels.
He's just sitting there like, yep.
To this one.
He's just sitting there like, yep. I just still remember the line when he goes, when it's like, how about I cut off your dick and throw it in my backyard? And the guy goes, how big's your backyard? I had to get up. I'm like, done. Nope. He followed me. I was like, are we going home? I'm like, I don't know, Andrew.
It was hilarious, actually. Right before, like, they were in the last scene, right when they do this ridiculous thing.
The fucking ending.
Calm yourself. Calm.
We need to put a
Walk
thing for
away
spoilers.
because you keep interrupting me.
God damn it!
Yeah, from here on out, there are now spoilers about savages, but it shouldn't even be considered spoilers because you should not want to see this movie anyway.
Anywho, there's a trick ending.
Okay. How can I describe how I saw, like, how... Can I just describe it, or do you want to go for it?
I don't
just
think
go for
you
it.
could
Just
describe
go for
it. Okay, fine.
Just go for it.
So there's a trick ending, and I went to this movie, and I'm like, this bitch is just bragging how, like, oh, I might not be alive at the end of the movie. I'm like, you better die at the end of the movie, and I just because the main female role, I'm not sure if it was her character, how it was written, or just the actress.
She was wooden,
but I just did not like her. She's complaining all around during
her acting was wood.
Like she was a California girl in a drug. Being held by drug lords, and she's getting her way, and I'm like, what is going on? Can I get some weed?
Can I get some weed to take the stress off? I can arrange something.
Yeah, what? They gave her weed.
No, you are a hostage in this situation, bitch.
No, you know what? I like Selma Hayek's reaction in that, just for the one line where she's like, can I have weed? How long have you been smoking? Since I was in 8th grade, and you wonder why you're on edge. And I love that because it was just...
It's funny because it's true.
Stupid.
I every time I go to a movie, even if I don't like it, there's at least one or two parts where I laugh, and that was one of them. The other time is when
Stop telling me to think!
Yeah, Benicio del Toro, is that his name?
Benicio del Toro.
And what's his name?
John Travolta.
Think.
John Travolta.
Just
Oh my God.
think.
Yeah,
Oh my
he
God.
keeps telling him to think like during this entire scene, and like I guess the writers caught on to their own like just bad writing. So they're like, "Would you please stop telling me to think?" And he's like, "But it's while
But
he's
he says
threatening
it with
him,
that like
He's
accent.
got his
It's
crew
like,
there.
Stop telling me to think.
He's got his crew there. He's like threatening his daughter, like, "Listen, I'm gonna have to kill you and your daughters and your wife who is already dying." And
I don't know who you are.
She's
We
barely
never-
breathing. We've
we
never
never
seen
seen
her
her.
except for the one scene at the end, which is like a 5-second clip of him at the hospital. You just hear beep, 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 cutaway.
I don't know who you are, but I have an exceptional set of skills.
Where's
I'm
Liam
also
Neeson when you
Qui-Gon
need
Jinn.
him?
Seriously, if someone kidnaps your girlfriend, your family, your daughter,
Call Liam
anyone,
Neeson.
call Liam Neeson or Harrison Ford.
listen, people
Or-
say
yeah.
the saying is that hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. Hell hath no fury like a dad who had his daughter taken away. You
If
look
that
at
da- if
video
that dad
games
is
and
Liam
Hell
Neeson.
hath no fury because Samuel Jackson is still alive.
I hope he burns in hell.
you go play Dead Rising 2
Please,
and
someone in the
Ashura's
comments
Wrath
say you understand what that joke meant.
and Ashura's Wrath, and just tell me if there's ever been a woman more angry than Ashura.
A woman?
Yeah, I told you, hell hath no fury
Ashura
like
was a lady?
I'm gonna slap you. Like, no, I'm talking about who's
Okay,
angry.
skip it to Jeff. Yeah.
Johnny pissed me
Okay,
off.
Jeff, go.
I was talking about how you know the saying, "Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned."
Yes.
Well, I said, "Hell hath no fury like a dad who had his daughter taken away." And you
Yeah.
go to like Liam Neeson with Taken,
Yeah.
or
Harrison Ford. with
Liam
the-
Neeson could fight Asura.
Yeah,
Because he's Liam fucking Neeson.
Yeah, Liam. Fuck yeah. Go to the fuck yeah Liam Neeson Tumblr page.
You didn't see the downloadable content.
Oh,
for
yes,
it.
I did. You showed it to me.
Yeah,
He breaks reality and they still wins.
I'm pretty sure
We're
Liam Neeson
spoiling
could
you
Liam
do
guys.
that.
Neeson is Zeus and Qui-Gon.
And
and
also-
Aslan.
Aslan.
Who rule over Earth?
He's
he broke
essentially
like
God.
500 planets and a blue sun.
Anyway,
Let's get back to
savages.
savages.
Okay, so
We
okay, this is
way
the
off
point in
topic.
which this is
One
the
at a
point.
time, people.
Okay, this is the point in which, again,
No.
yes, this is the point in which spoilers are about to occur. So, spoiler alert.
Past that.
No, I mean I want
Yeah.
to talk about the main ending of why, like.
This ending brought
I
you
can
an
explain
example.
this
Okay,
ending.
this
Reverse,
ending. I want
reverse.
to explain. This ending
Reverse,
caused me.
reverse.
Yes, exactly. This ending caused me to get up out of my chair, walk out of the theater, and while walking out of the theater, start flipping off the screen.
Not only
I
that,
was that and okay, you can explain the rest because I just
Even
don't-
I left the movie,
I was
and I don't
so,
leave movies.
I was just so like I blacked out.
He didn't black out, but he
Almost.
left the movie and like before the door closed, like I guess it was an inch. He tried to be subtle and walk out, but he screamed to like the security guard like "fuck this movie," and the entire audience heard this, and some people laughed like, "Oh my god," and I'm like, I don't know that guy.
Was it a midnight screening or like
yeah,
a preview?
it was
Yeah,
it was a like
people were
public
paying
screening
for that movie.
I was like, fuck this movie, it's a piece of shit, and I hope Oliver Stone gives me an apology.
Anywho,
And then he told this other girl we worked with that he was on his way to take a piss. I
was like, I'm going to take a piss.
back to the ending. So they trick you in the ending. Like,
No, I'm pretty sure the ending was John taking a piss.
Yeah,
Anywho.
on this movie.
It was at least as interesting as that.
We're never gonna finish this.
What-
Anywho, the ending was that what the way she wanted it is that they all died together. First,
We die together, my lovelies.
pretty
I
much.
actually said that to them when it happened.
She's the one who shoots the bad guy in the face. The drug dealer mom tells her daughter that she loves her before she dies.
Which is like the good. That's the good ending. It's good. She got vengeance for what happened to her. The mom says, "Take care of my daughter. I love her so much." That's good.
And they left her to
Whoa.
die.
Everything dies.
Whoa.
Wait a minute.
No,
I'm
that
not
was
done
not
yet.
the good ending.
That was the-
less shit ending.
That was the less shit ending. Okay, that was the less shit ending. That was
and
the.
then
that was the.
come
I'm
all
sorry.
your asses.
I'm sorry.
Anywho,
Okay.
But then like they're lying there dead. The three guys. You're drinking all my soda.
I know. I need whiskey.
And
Why
then
is this not
she's
whiskey?
like, that's the way. That's the way I thought it was going to end, but actually it's this. And because they forgot about John Travolta, he comes in like the main bad guy, not the main bad guy, not the drug. Stelma Hayek gets betrayed by Benicio del Toro.
And
like he drives away in the car, like, haha, bye guys.
And all these DEA agents just swarm
along
in.
with John Travolta. He's like flying a helicopter. He's like, I'm gonna take you all to jail.
Like, yeah!
And so pretty much he puts Selma Hayek away for life. Or did she get like 30 years? That was
30
weird.
years in prison.
That was just weird.
30 years. The guy, while alive, creates his own cartel.
Along with some other guy. With
some
like
other
the
guy,
mayor from Mexico or some shit.
I have a question. Why would she, the lead actress, why would she let that guy get away to do his own cartel thing if she...
What is she gonna do about it? She was
shoot him in the face!
With what? The rope that she was tied in, she was still tied down. None of that firefight actually happened. They were surrounded, and John Travolta let him go because he gave him money. And then he helped, for some reason, he helped, what's their names? The two main actors. He's like, yeah, they were helping me with this sting operation, and then go away. And the entire movie, at the beginning of the movie, they don't explain why they don't want to team up with the cartel, because it would make them more money. But then they're like, yeah, we just don't want to do it. And they're like, well, we're going to have to teach you a lesson or something. And then at the end, not only do they go away and disappear, but they also keep their business going for times.
Which, one thing about that...
Just in case they need some money.
One thing about that... Didn't they, like, jack up their own computers with viruses that would just wipe the hard drive clean?
Yep.
Yeah, that should not happen. Like, they're just like, oh, just gonna hack my own computer, virus, yeah, bam, done.
A greater tragedy my eyes have never beheld. Well, into the turlet.
Okay, so
anyway, and they all live happily ever after the end.
Oh, and...
But
Brent,
you don't want them to live happily after.
What was the line that broke you at the end of the movie?
I don't even... Jeff,
that we lived... We lived like savages.
No,
beautiful savages.
Yeah, that was what Jeff told us the last line was.
Yes. She's
the part was like, and I learned to live again, and that was when I just yelled at the movie screen and left. Because not only did she not die, she learned to live again.
The story evolved again.
No, the story devolved into the piece of crap.
Oh my god.
Anywho.
We need to do... Sorry, I hate to interrupt again, but I have to say, we need to do movie reviews on this podcast.
We don't need to do...
Just like this.
I just need to bring this up. When I was on post, my last shift, 20 old ladies, I kid you not, 20 old ladies asked me...
Are we switching to a new movie now?
Asked me whether or not Magic Mike was in 3D. Like, creepy old ladies.
Oh, Magical Mike!
You
Your
don't do
abs
collections
are so
for
hard,
that, and you don't get hit on by those ladies.
For my cheese.
Apparently Marcus...
Scratch that and reverse it,
Apparently Marcus danced for money.
Oh, Magical
Yeah,
Mike.
Marcus...
No, No, honestly, this is what I have to tell you. This is what I have to tell you, random group
people
of people. To get money for that, basically, it's like, we're collecting for this. It's a fundraiser. It's like, think of it like Magic Mike, but instead of tipping a male stripper, you're giving to cancer research. And everyone always gives money because they feel bad because they know they tipped that stripper.
Anywho.
They know they tipped that. Anyway.
Back to Savages.
That was a piece of shit movie.
No.
We're done with Savages.
I think we made a good transition out of Savages.
I want to say one more thing about Savages.
Give him his last word, and then we'll end it.
There were some weird things. The one thing that got me is like they tried to be very artsy about it. Like there were some random shots. Those are
usually the worst movies. That ones that try to be artsy.
Well, okay.
Yeah, that's the thing. But they tried to be artsy at the wrong times. They right before the firefight, there's like a picture of a cloud. Like, oh, it's in a circle. That's so cool.
The Grim Reaper symbols.
Oh, and then right before they get dropped off, like for the final like scene, there's like oh look, there's a line of mailboxes. Let's take a shot of that and put it in the movie. Oh,
well,
so cool.
Okay, that's just those are usually, that's not really artsy.
It wasn't even the field.
Those aren't really artsy shots. Those are more or less padding scenes. Like they can't do one straight shot of just driving to the area. They have to do like, okay, we're driving to there. We're gonna cut away from this so they can grab the attention of and back to this. That's really what it is. That's not artsy. What artsy is German expressionist shots, like tilting the camera to the side, giving it dramatic effect and adding a sepia tone over it. That's an artsy sort of thing.
They changed the music during the part where they showed the mailboxes, which weren't even in the field that they were going to.
It was a really bad movie. Let's just
I
end
would
it at
just
that.
like to prove something about the fact that Rotten Tomatoes has become horrible as a site.
I don't trust that
Because
website.
they give it 52%, which no.
Okay.
Which
okay.
is only 2% less than they give Spaceballs, which is ridiculous.
Okay, excuse me. Hey, fans out there, I would like you to write to Rotten Tomatoes issuing an apology for their review of fucking Savages, please, for the love of God. They do not deserve the credibility they get.
This
That's
got a
bullshit.
52%, and Medea's got 21% that I can understand and agree with. Abraham Lincoln got a 34%.
What?
That's bull. That movie may not have been the best movie ever, but that was at least campy
That's
and
like
hilarious.
listen, Rotten Tomatoes is like trusting Roger Ebert. It's not gonna work out.
Hey, Roger Ebert liked
It's
Ted.
like trusting Fox.
So
News.
That's I know. That was the best though. He was like, I'm surprised too. Anyway,
Well, no, Rotten Tomatoes was bought out a while ago by
we gotta keep
Google
going.
or something like that, so that was
We
just...
we can trust.
Okay, so what's the next movie you want
Well,
to
we're
see
not
when it
gonna.
comes out?
Let's move on to a different topic of movies. That's pissing me off.
That's
So
why
yeah, Dragon Wars.
I hate you, Andrew. I hate you. We don't need you anymore on the show. Please go.
Fine, bye.
No, don't
Prepare
leave.
for
You're the
imminent
only one
destruction.
I like
Yeah,
here.
no pounding on the table. No pounding on the table. Seriously.
That was the door closing, John.
Just anyway. Yes, that's a. It's the door closing.
It was 2 beats, and I
Anyway.
was trying to.
Anyway, moving on.
We don't even have a
So-
door down here.
Guys, stop it. Okay, so.
I was doing the Masters drum beat.
So, please, for the love of God, Brent, stop. Brent. Okay.
So you don't love God?
Burn.
Andrew knows what's going on.
And it's gone.
John's not a real Doctor Who fan, so it's
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, fuck yourself, Brent.
Okay,
Fuck yourself from here to
It's hot
Timbuktu.
down here.
John doesn't love the Who
Anywho.
or Doctor Who, for that matter.
Okay.
Anywho. So what's the next movie that you do want to see when it comes out?
Dark Knight
Savages
Rises.
2.
I don't know. I think Dark Knight Rises is gonna suck.
I know you're just trolling me right now.
You know what?
When did
I don't
G.I.
think
Joe
you're too
come
far
out?
from the truth
Next year.
on there. I mean, I
Right.
think
You know
it's
why
gonna be
that's coming
good,
out,
but
right?
I don't think it's going to be nearly as good as everyone.
Yeah, they're hyping it up too much.
You know why
Like,
also...
oh my god, it's going to be the greatest. Meanwhile, Bane sounds like Mr. Plinkett in
Well-
a hockey mask.
When my...
I'm Gotham Reckoning.
I wanted to-
god, my throat's closing up. Someone put peanuts in my mouth. Oh no! Oh, Gotham, no!
My mouth is closed and
Until-
shutting up faster than
until-
a girl in math class.
Gotham City will burn until... Gotham City will burn once the pizza rolls are done.
What's this? A movie review for The Dark Knight and a note from the Joker. If you don't review this, Gotham dies. Alright, I guess I might as well review the movie. Like, it's just...
Okay,
like,
no.
his voice!
The only
Okay,
reason I'm going to see this
listen.
movie is because Ra's al Ghul's in it.
Ra's
At
al
least,
Ghul- Wait,
at least that's what I hear.
Spoilers.
At least that's
dude, you
what
realize
I hear.
that in an article, Liam Neeson even said, I didn't even know I was in it. He has no clue if he's in it or not.
Well, because like
That's
that's
how
what it
awesome
says.
he is.
That's what the thing says. Like Liam Neeson doesn't need to know if he's in a movie. He's just there all the time.
Anywho,
if you look hard enough, you just have to look hard enough.
They
to
just
believe.
take clips of him
I
as Zeus.
did want to do that skit, but we just we just didn't have time or like resources. But I just wanted to like the problem that might occur in the Dark Knight Rises movie, and just have like John dressed up as Batman and me coming in like the Bane mask and just like go and look at each other.
I'm pretty sure, though, that's been done, though.
I haven't seen it.
Well,
look
just
on
because you haven't
and because
seen
if
it.
Jeff
Have
doesn't
you
see it,
seen
it
it?
doesn't exist.
Yes.
True story.
Where?
On YouTube. I will show you after this podcast.
God damn
I've
YouTube.
told this 300 times and you never show me anything, so
Anyway.
you're making me look like an idiot.
I'm being dead serious. I've seen it.
I'm not touching that.
Anyway. So,
I'm not touching that because my mask prevents me from doing anything understandable.
okay. These guys are just pantomiming now. Oh my god.
I used to pantomime, but
so-
then I got yelled at because apparently mimes are supposed to wear pants
Okay.
in public.
So, new topic. I've been sort of getting into a bunch. I've been sort of diving into the
hilarious circumstances.
I've been wanting to get comic books, like graphic novels and stuff like that. I went to Barnes & Nobles recently, and I'm taking a... Yes?
Nothing.
You just want to hear... I went to Barnes & Noble. I have to actually explain that.
Who goes to bookstores anymore?
I went to
books.
Barnes & Noble, and Brent, what the fuck? Anyway, I went to Barnes & Noble, and I picked up... Batman Arkham Asylum, the 15th anniversary copy, whatever it was. And why is everybody dancing at the table?
Oh, speaking of dancing, I had a dream last night.
No.
Stop touching me!
That's for another time.
The dream like terrorized him, so he can't be touched
Okay.
anymore.
You know how loud I can shriek, and John will be mad at you.
I will be very angry at all of you.
The mic will explode.
Fuck you guys, you're in my basement.
Anyway, so
Drinking all my soda.
I've been thinking of getting...
We drank all your soda.
Oh my god. I've been thinking of getting into, like, graphic novels and all this sort of stuff. I picked up Batman Arkham Asylum. I'm taking this class in college, which is basically graphic novels as a literature.
It's a good class.
Yeah, what we have to do... Whoa, you almost fell out of the
I'm
chair
good.
again!
Again?
Yeah, you did it. You did it in the first podcast when your chair almost fell out from under you.
That's because it was one of those chairs.
Yeah,
Good
but I wanted to ask you guys, what graphic novels could you recommend? I mean, I know what was it, Mr. Carey, or the former manager. He
The artist formerly known as Carey.
He recommended a series called Why the Last Man. Kevin recommended Old Man Logan.
You can probably find that on YouTube, actually.
I don't know. It's just I want to own the copies, like, because I have a thing where it's like when it comes to like graphic novels, I want to have the physical
You
copies.
will find when we go to Otakon, there'll be plenty of stalls that you'll be able to buy comics from. So don't worry.
Oh yes, let's keep talking about that.
Oh yeah, by the
because
way,
I
me and
can't
Jeff are gonna be at Otakon this year. So if you guys are going,
must be nice.
if you guys are going, just let us know and maybe we can do like some sort of meetup or something like that. Would be
Fortunately, Brent
really
has-
awesome.
Has apartment issues, and
Yeah.
they're being stupid.
Do you want to explain the apartment issues that are preventing
no.
you? No.
No, you guys can just go to Otakon without me. And look at all the plushes and the action
We'll get you
figures
something.
Don't worry,
and
Brent.
things.
I'm not going either. We'll hang out and make fun of them on the internet.
We'll have a dinner man superior that week.
With blackjack and
Why do I have a
hookers?
feeling like
Yes.
I'll come back and like we were hanging out with
In
you,
fact,
Jeff,
forget the
in
blackjack.
my basement?
Yeah, we'll be hanging out in Jeff's basement playing Naruto Shippupu battles.
Oh my god, we said that
Oh
at the
my
same
God.
time.
You
my
owe
God.
me a Coke.
John,
Is
you
Pepsi
have been
Give me
okay?
that.
Is Pepsi-
No! Pepsi is not okay. Is Monopoly money okay, John?
Anyway,
everyone calm
so
the tits.
in all seriousness, what graphic novels would you guys recommend each?
So Scott wants
I
to know
already
if
gave you a
Dennis-
bunch of Deadpool stuff.
Okay, like I know you lent me Operation
Team
Annihilation.
Up.
Yep,
Yeah.
Team Up, Operation Annihilation, and what was the one with Cap? Oh, Evil Deadpool.
Yeah, it was.
What's this I have in front
Secret
of me, John?
Avengers, I see.
Oh, a Secret Avengers comic. Do you want to borrow this, John, and read it?
Probably
John.
not.
John, another
Yes.
one. The Deadpool Secret Wars collection.
Oh yeah.
Or
Also,
the
I've
Secret
been-
Invasion collection.
I'm definitely also gonna collect when it comes out. Deadpool kills the Marvel
I
Universe.
cannot wait for
That looks awesome.
I really hope he seriously just kills the universe, and that's how they're
Well, they
rebooting
did.
everything.
They already did one. They did one already. It was Punisher kills the Marvel.
No, I mean, I
Universe.
hope this is serious, and that's how they're rebooting everything.
That would be cool because they are
'Cause-
the next thing after Avengers versus X-Men is Marvel is rebooting their.
I hope
I
that's
mean,
not
I'm
true.
just hoping.
No,
I'm,
it is.
I'm
They've
honestly,
confirmed it.
I'm
Damn it.
honestly hoping though that like they don't do what DC did with the New 52. That would be
No, they are.
no,
They're
no, like
rebooting
no.
everything.
I mean, like how they did Minutemen, the Watchmen Origins thing.
Oh,
that
well, no.
Alan Moore fucking
had a
greenlit.
lapse of judgment.
Alan Moore's insane.
So the Secret Wars, the World War Hulk, that's all being redone.
World War Hulk.
All have never
Speaking
happened.
of, I was at Barnes and Noble getting Batman Arkham Asylum. I was just going through some of the stuff. I'm like, that face. Anyway, I was
Not that
like,
you can see it.
I was just like, holy shit. Look at it's World War Hulk. I'm totally gonna pick this up. Why is it $40?
Yeah.
It was $40 fucking dollars for this like thin ass fucking book.
Also, Jeff, just wanted to point out that Secret Wars and Secret Invasion are two different things.
Yeah.
My bad. But like, I was just wondering, like, World War Hulk and all that jazz.
Yeah, they're probably gonna reboot all of it.
I hope not. That was a great series. That was.
Well, we'll still have it.
Does look awesome.
Well, yeah, no. Basically, when they usually relaunch things, because that's what they're calling it. It's not a reboot like DC did. It's a relaunch. Because
It's a reimagination.
exactly.
Imagination.
Didn't they try that? And then isn't that how they came up with the Ultimate Universe?
Captain
because like
Britain.
that didn't work out.
Not really.
Captain Britain,
The
really?
Ultimate,
Yeah, he exists.
Yeah,
the
you
Ultimate
didn't know that?
Universe was a bit different. That was
There's
an
also
entirely
Captain
different
Australia,
tale.
and Wolverine is Captain Canada.
Oh god.
Captain Canada.
I hope that's true.
But
It was in Superhero Super Squad show.
but,
Oh fuck that. Fuck that.
He was Captain Canada, and it was hilarious.
Okay. Well, Andrew, what would you recommend?
Like I said, Deadpool Secret Invasion.
Okay.
And I started reading it, and it's coming out monthly now. The second one just got released at the end of last month, but
Okay.
the Doctor Who and Next Generation
Oh,
crossover
I've heard
is
about
actually
that.
really
I
good.
must read this.
I've been told
It's pretty
on
awesome.
I've been told on Twitter a lot of different things. Like people have been like, "Oh, you should totally get a bunch of." It's like mostly Walking Dead. Even though I've said, people, I am trying to get the Walking Dead compendium.
You should read Twilight,
Right.
the graphic novel.
That's
Walking
gotta be
Dead's
like that's
okay.
gotta be like a review that Brent does. Just of the Twilight graphic.
I don't
novel.
know if it exists or not, but it,
It
probably
exists.
does.
It exists.
Oh, then you should totally
It's the
read
Twilight
that.
manga.
Oh yeah, they have a Twilight manga now.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
I don't either.
Did you ever hear? Did you hear? Speaking of that, did you hear about the whole? They might actually do. And I can't believe I'm saying this. They might reboot the movies,
What?
the Twilight movies.
No. No. No.
We were like,
no.
all of us at work are just
No.
like, we're finally out of the gambit.
No.
Oh,
No.
can I tell that story?
No.
Can I tell that?
No. Yes. No.
Okay.
No. No. No.
He's just.
no.
Brent's broken.
And on that
No.
note, I think we're going on break. So when we come back, I'll tell that
No.
story, and we will do our segments. So BRB. And welcome back to the Untitled podcast. Where we last left off, obviously we broke Brent because I
I have
found
a question.
out. Yes.
Why are we welcoming them back if there was really no gap for them?
there is actually a gap. There's going to be the advertisement role
And also,
because I'm able to do that.
And also,
What are you advertising?
It's no, they do ad like my channel does pre-ad and post rolls and all that stuff.
John, there's a chance that might be savages.
So,
I know.
Wait a
I'm
minute.
fully aware.
I'm sorry. Just hold your horses.
sorry, folks, the Fire Nation
So-
keeps attacking Brent's cell phone.
Can you choose?
No, I cannot. It's just
Oh.
whatever
so
my
if I were
channel
to have,
advertises.
If I were to have my own show by this time next day, I can. I wouldn't be able to advertise it with your thing.
Can we all turn off like our phones and put them on vibrate or something like
Yeah.
that, please?
So you
'cause
can't advertise my Disney show,
I
No.
cannot.
but I can advertise it here now.
I don't know. Anyway,
Well, it doesn't happen yet. It'll
Okay,
happen every
fine.
Friday at 9. That's a lie.
you realize you have to. If you're working every Friday at 9, I know that was a lie, but you are gonna have to do a lot of fucking work.
Okay, so you're
Yeah.
telling them
Anyway,
a story, John?
story. Okay, it was sort of in the same sort of topic as Twilight. I was working, and I walked into a theater, and and I forgot. I think it was like the Avengers or something. I don't know. It was some movie, but there was a trailer for the new Breaking Dawn Part 2 Twilight Saga thing, and and everyone knows at the end of the trailer, there's a bit where like it shows a deer in the forest doing its thing, just kind of eating
Kind of
berries
being
and shit.
just being a deer.
Just being a deer.
You're just patting it. Just go
Anyway,
on.
so what happens is
What you
shows the
thinking
deer and
about?
the deer.
Oh, I don't know.
Deer
Just deer stuff.
And what happens is the deer looks up, and just you see Bella's eyes are red, and then it
Oh,
cuts
I
away,
remember this.
cuts to black. I'm sitting there, I'm doing a theater check or something like that. Cuts to black, dead silence, for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3.
Get on with it,
You
man.
ruined it. You just ruined it completely. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, you fat piece of shit.
I'm not fat.
Anyway, so it's 5, 4,
That's
3.
your problem with it.
So what happened was
Lord.
it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. She gonna kill that deer. This guy in the background, just all the way in the back, just as loud as he can. She gonna kill that deer.
Oh, don't you go in that room.
Don't you go in there.
That really didn't need a countdown.
Stay out of my
Did
shed.
not need a countdown.
Why are you sitting all the way over there, Jeff?
Because I hate you.
Jeff
doesn't?
is
Okay.
a man who
So,
will
now that
fight
I've told that
for
story-
your honor.
Now that I've told that story, we have a
It's time
segment
for
to
the
do.
segment.
We got a segment to do. Brent, it's your turn. Let's begin.
Guess that word.
Now you gotta explain the rules of guess that word.
Well, you see, John, basically what happens is fairies! No. So, I come up with a word on dictionary.com. We don't get paid for this, but we should. So, I get a word from dictionary.com, and I tell you whether it's a verb, noun, adjective, or something silly. And you guys get to guess which word, well, not which word, but you get to guess the meaning of the word. It's fun. So,
What is the word you picked?
today's word is gobo.
The secret slime action is being
Being
Brent
Danny
McDonald.
Temporelli.
Did we do this last time?
All right.
No, the last one. What was the last one?
No, I mean, I meant, didn't we say that the last time we did the secret?
I
Slime
think
Week?
so.
We might have. But
Can we not make
tonight's
this joke every time?
Anyway,
tonight's word is gobo. It's a noun, plural of which is gobos or gobos. The origin is Americanism. The origin, however, is uncertain, yet it comes from 1925 to the 30s region.
what?
Jeff, what is a gobo?
I'm gonna take a shot in the dark here and just say
Suicide Club.
We'll explain that later.
Okay.
John, what is your guess at what a gobo is?
Actually, no. I want to hear what he said because I
said
interrupted.
immigrant. You.
Okay. You didn't have to be so mean about it.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Didn't have to be
Smarty, what is a gobo?
Honestly, a gobo to me sounds like one of those vacuum robots that you have. Oh, I better
am
go
a
get.
gobo.
I better
will
get the
eat your
gobo out,
dirt.
guys. Let me get the gobo out. Just gonna clean while I go watch American Idol.
Copyright.
Andrew, what's a gobo?
When you buy something, you get another thing free.
That's BOGO. Buy one, get one. You son of
You're so close.
I hate you so much, Bonita. Well, you see, you were all wrong, but John was the furthest from being right, just because he should have known this. For you see, a gobo belongs to both movies and television.
Oh.
It is a screen or mat covered with a dark material for shielding a camera lens from excess light or
Oh,
glare.
wait, fuck. I should have known that.
Obviously, it doesn't matter now because we're not being recorded visually. However, in the future, John, you better get your gobos set from your bogos. And that's been Guess That Word.
Wow, you really just took the theme from G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe.
Do you like to
G.I.
nitpick
Joe is
this?
more like G.I.
Pork chop sandwiches.
Joe. And this is more like Guess That Word.
Anyway.
Difference.
So that's another
There's
way.
at least an entire
That's another
octave
story. I have to what I said before. I have to bring up
Joe?
a story. No,
Gobo.
when I said Suicide Club. At Icon, we were all there.
At Icon, there was a severe lack of gobos being sold.
Yes. Anyway, so what happened was Brent and Jeff were at one of our friend Jen's.
Panel.
What was it?
It's
Like a panel? No, I'm trying to think what it was like a J. Like it was a.
It was called J-Rock. It was a quiz show for music, for video games, and movie from Japan or other.
What he said. If you couldn't hear him, it's basically a pop quiz show sort of thing about video games and movies and music and anime. And I know you're all are dancing behind me, so stop it, Jeff.
Well, I'm dancing to the side of you,
okay.
and so is Andrew.
Okay,
I'm dancing
so-
like
Jeff
Bill
is the only
Cosby.
one very close to you, dancing in a suggestive
Can you
motion.
please sit down, Jeff? Stop it. Stop it. Sit your ass down.
Fun fact,
Why are you
try
looking
it
at
on
my
your friends. No matter what you say, whether it's nice or not, is turned extremely creepy when you go up behind someone unknowingly and whisper it into their ear. For example, if I were to go up to Jeff and be like, I think you're really handsome, it's kind of creepy. It's still a nice gesture, but it's still very, very creepy.
Okay, so...
Although, then again, creepy is the eye of the beholder. Although, if you get someone who thinks
Get
that's
off
creepy-
it.
Okay. So what happened
That might be a
was
deal
we went
breaker.
to this panel. Please stop it. Sit your ass down so we can
Point
get on with
and
this
case.
fucking podcast.
Is it like this every time?
Yeah,
Okay.
Kind of,
So it's
except
not me
with-
then.
it's not
Nope.
you.
Okay, I feel better now.
Okay. So what happened was we went to this panel and everyone was just answering all these questions and Brent was diligently trying to get one right. I remember this. He had his hand raised for almost every one.
But
And he's like, he was just denied every time. And then this happy tune comes on. It's like this cheery, like, kiddie tune. And I'm like...
And a couple people guessed
And
first, and
people,
then John.
they're like, who? And I just walked into the room. I literally, like, 2 minutes beforehand, walk into the room.
There were 2 questions before.
Yeah,
you.
I know, but, like,
You
I
weren't
walk
just
in...
the room.
Way to
I
ruin the
just-
story, Jeff.
Way to ruin it. Anyway, I got in the room.
Terrible person.
I got in the
Go
room,
burst.
and this song starts playing, and I just go, like, he's raising his hand like this, and I think you would just sort of like, I forgot if you raised your hand,
Yeah,
or
that
you
one
just
I
you were
didn't
like,
know.
you're like, you know what, I'm done. And there's Jeff's mom. We're recording a podcast live. Anyway, so what happened was we were there, and basically he's like, I'm done. I'm gonna give up on this one. So I raised my hand, just shot in the dark here. I'm like, okay, John, what is it? I'm gonna go with a shot in the dark. Is it Suicide Club? Yeah. Turns to me. He slowly turns to me and just goes, Really? Really? Really?
Really?
Really? Really? Really? Like, you know the scene in Cop Out when he's like,
No!
No! That was exactly what he did, except just, really? Really?
Oh, hell no!
Really? That was it. He wouldn't talk to me for the entire panel.
Because I think you're really special.
So Kenneth.
Yeah, these two love 30 Rock now. Okay.
Alec Baldwin is a genius.
I honestly have not watched 30 Rock yet. I need
You
to get
should
on that.
soon.
Oh, and also we've been talking about this ever since they showed me this. They may actually chip in for Christmas enough money to get me a Smarty Muppet.
It's not quite a mop, and it's not quite a puppet. But when you combine them, oh man. To answer your question, I really don't know what a Muppet is.
But yeah, this would if we can get a Smarty Muppet for the channel or the Machinimist.
Can we call it a Smuppet?
Yes,
Or a
we'll call it a
Muppet.
Smuppet.
We can call it one of the Muppets.
Test Muppet.
No, we're not calling it a Rupert.
I'm gonna call it.
Muppet.
I'm calling it Test Muppet.
I'm calling it stupid.
Well, you know what? You ruin everything, Jeff.
To
You
Muppet?
Then get out of my house, John.
Fine. We're leaving. and you're-
We're gonna walk with the podcast. Andrew, hold the laptop. I will get the microphone.
Well, we're walking down a
No.
creepy alley right now, and oh god, there's Bruce Wayne's parents.
Okay. Anyway. Wow.
Just shot John. in the
Speaking
heart.
of, I need to
Good
get
shot,
the Dark Knight
kid. That was
Returns.
1 in a million.
Ever dance with the devil in the pale blue moonlight?
Well, actually, yes, I have.
Yeah, he told me you were gay.
He stepped on my feet more than once.
That was
Anyway,
actually a quote
so-
from something else.
So
Batman's parents were then quoted as saying, "You miss 100% of the shots you don't take."
that was Wayne Gretzky.
Ah, Wayne was in there though.
Or Lee Harvey Oswald.
No, that was Wayne Gretzky.
Anywho, so
It was a Wayne.
Is there another segment, or are we done here?
No, we're still just padding it out before the next segment, which is your segment, which is coming up soon.
Coming next Friday, Jeff Whitehead in.
The Muppet.
All right, well,
Jeff
What's
Whitehead
everybo-
in
all right.
Muppet: The Gathering.
so let's just go around. What has everybody been watching TV wise, stuff like that? What has everybody been
I don't
enjoying.
have time for a life outside
like on?
of work.
Because I know most of us have Netflix, and we
Ha-
all enjoy the hell out of Netflix.
How about the movie that we just watched the end of that you guys have to watch now?
Oh,
the
Blues Brothers.
Yeah.
Oh, that
apparently
made my
they
night.
never saw it, and they just got to the car crash where they're like under the bridge, and there's just a car pileup, and right after the car pileup, no one is hurt, no one is injured. They
Just
go
all get
out,
out.
they go shoot, and then they get chased by zombies.
That
Yeah,
would have been awesome.
They might as well have been. They get chased by
They get
Nazis,
chased by
the
Nazis,
army,
the
cops,
army.
so they can save a
And
person-
firemen.
and firemen with
You heard it
axes.
here, folks. First.
Okay, so, yeah. Andrew, what have you been watching on Netflix?
Nothing really.
Really?
Well, I've
Oh,
been
not
watching 30
much.
Rock.
Just
That's about
Andrew
it.
stuff.
Okay, just Andrew stuff.
Brent?
What?
What have you been watching, like, on Netflix or TV? What is it that you've been...
Your personality?
What is it that you have been watching as of late?
30 Rock. And I've been trying to finally finish catching up on Ultimate Spider-Man.
Oh yeah,
With
I
Neil
remember
Patrick
that.
Harris?
No, the new one on Disney XD
Oh.
with Drake Bell. It's actually,
Is he actually good in
pretty
that?
funny. You know what? When I first heard his voice when he was
Yeah, his
on
voice is annoying.
Earth's Mightiest Heroes, I couldn't stand it. But now I've actually grown pretty accustomed to it. It's not bad per se. I like the show itself. It's kind of humorous, and I like how they kind of just like cut into other different Marvel stuff too. So it's pretty cool.
I'm waiting for...
It's not the best.
I
show,
do
though.
wish Earth's Mightiest Heroes did get that third season, because maybe we would have seen, like, a Deadpool thing
Oh, that would have been amazing.
with Nolan North as
And
Deadpool.
maybe
Oh,
they-
that would have been like the best thing ever.
And maybe they wouldn't have left the whole Surtur, the giant demon from Asgard thing lit up in the air.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
But
Doctor Strange does look awesome in Ultimate Spider-Man.
I need to see him now.
there was that... I remember I showed Carla, I think it was the last episode of season 1. That...
Of
Of Earth's Mightiest Heroes.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
she
a great
enjoyed the
show.
hell out of that. She's still like, no, because she's a part of the Loki fandom and all that stuff. And I'm like, okay, it's got Loki, you'll enjoy it. She's like, still not Tom Hiddleston. I'm like,
Tom Hiddleston isn't the only Loki.
I know.
See, that's one
It's-
thing.
I'm
I mean,
fine
I
with
love
that.
people, but no, I don't. I mean,
Who does?
there's some people I like, but I dislike that, especially when people. That was the same thing
She
that
was
happened
joking.
with Doctor
She was really
Who, though.
joking around, though, but I
When
can
like
understand.
the 11th Doctor came out, and they're like, oh, I don't want to watch it because it's not David Tennant.
But again-
it's not called David Tennant. It's called Doctor Who.
But again-
he regenerates. That's
but
what he
again-
does.
But again, when Christopher Eccleston went from Eccleston to Tennant, people did the same exact thing.
Well, yeah.
But
No,
as
but
much.
not as much.
Yeah.
The David Tennant was the huge thing because Eccleston brought people in, but he was only there for like the one season.
Yeah.
So, but David Tennant got 4 seasons. Well,
Yeah, David Tennant
3
is my
seasons and a
favorite.
movie season.
He's my favorite.
So I like him. He's definitely my favorite of the new ones, and then obviously the 4th Doctor is my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
of the
Yeah.
old.
But I have been,
Or a very beautiful woman, probably.
as for me, well, I guess since we just hopped on the Doctor Who bandwagon, I've said this before, and I'll say it again.
Oh, no bandwagon.
No, I mean the discussion wagon.
All right, better.
Better.
All aboard the discussion wagon.
I honestly prefer Matt Smith of the 3. I mean, I get people don't like him. They think
Oh, I like him.
I like him, but
I
like
just
let's
like David
like
Tennant
if you look at like the ending of the End of Time, and then
Yo,
leading
this
into
we'll always
no wait listen
disagree on.
leading into the 11th hour, that like I get it that it was sad. I get it. Like it was sad, and he didn't want to go. Obviously, he didn't want to go.
I didn't want him to go either.
No, a lot of people didn't want him to go, but like he's
What
been
he's saying,
like
John?
he
He's
sort of
saying
has
you
been
wanted him
like
to
you
go?
gotta admit he's been sort of
John killed the
sad
doctor.
throughout this entire. He's known he's gonna die through 4 movies. He knows he's gonna die, and when it finally does happen, he still throws a little bit of a like a tirade. Like
And
he just
then-
gets angry.
And then there was that whole thing with him basically saying, "All of time shall bow to me."
That was
that was cool.
awesome.
That was
scary. I thought
Time
the Doctor
Lord
might turn
Time Lord
evil.
Victorious. That was
If,
cool.
Yeah.
if they have like one season where the Doctor is evil, that would be amazing.
Well, I mean
Like, just
that's
completely
like
evil.
the anti-hero thing that they
that
tried to
would
do
be
with.
cool if they brought back the Vanguard with that.
You mean the Valyard?
Well, the Valyard.
I
right.
just wish that like there was an alternate timeline where he just like decide.
He's like the evil Cole from Infamous, almost.
Or-
like that evil.
Or even if they do like the Time War, where they make him a complete badass.
I was at Icon at the Paul McGann panel. That was like one of the discussions. Everyone was like, "Do you think you're gonna do the movie?" And he's like, "Well, if they called me, that would be cool." And some guy raised his hand. He's like, "Why don't they just do The Last Great Time War? Cast you in it, have Eccleston do a quick like cameo as the regeneration process. Bam, you're done." And he's like, "What he said."
And you're done.
That's all he said. He's like, "What
Bam,
he said."
you got a movie.
But
Bam! Tough act, internet acting.
Bam! Look at Bing Sizzle.
Oh, I missed that.
Hey, folks, John
So,
Madden here with the quick
what
popcorn
was-
popper.
guys,
Hey,
guys.
John, how's it work?
Anyway, so no, I was saying what I liked about it, and I know what Jeff is gonna say as soon as I say this, so I'm gonna let him say his thing after. He's looking at me after. He's looking at me, isn't he?
Jeff's not gonna.
Yes, he is.
Actually, he's doing something a lot creepier.
Get
Okay.
on with it, John.
So Jeff, pants are made to stay on. No.
That doesn't go in there, Jeff.
Why? No.
Where are you going?
Okay.
Get on with it, damn it!
Okay, so I will like
I don't know what you're going to
when
say.
it comes to the I don't want to go thing.
No.
Yeah, I
here
dug
we
it.
go.
I dug it, but it was like this.
I
whole,
dug it.
See,
We're
this
on our way.
this whole like the whole. I know it's supposed to be a depressing scene, but you don't want to end on a depressing note.
I laughed
And I like-
maniacally.
I like that. Matt Smith managed to take this whole like movie end to Tennant's run and just bring it on a high note. Like as soon as he regenerates, he's just like a dog on heat essentially. He's like, "Okay, I'm going to just take care of all this. Yeah. Wait a minute, I'm crashing." And they made it absolutely hilarious.
You know, that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be him getting over like the shadows of his past.
Exactly.
Right.
I love how he put that. A dog in heat.
Yeah, I don't think he even knows what that means.
I know what that means.
Then don't use it like that.
It makes sense though.
Not really.
Yeah, really, it doesn't.
He comes out of the gates like a dog in heat. It makes sense.
Comes out of the dog. He comes out of the gates like a horny dog. Okay.
Yeah. That's,
No!
I will bet you that actually works.
I'm coming out.
Well, as long as
there's
there's
a Dalek,
if
I need
there-
a break.
Where's the Dalek? I need to fucking
Exterminate!
Wait.
Exterminate!
Okay, no.
Oh, the regeneration
I
process has
am
gone
the
horribly
gentlemanly
wrong.
Dalek.
Since
Would
we're
you
actually
mind
talking
if I
about,
exterminate
since
you?
we're actually now on the topic of like also
Dogs
regenerations.
in heat.
Yes, dogs in
Let
heat.
me tell you
Speaking
about
of dogs,
this one dog
speaking
I
of
saw.
dogs in heat, who is the next regeneration gonna be? You think
Liam Neeson.
That would be awesome,
That would-
but I'm
He's not
hoping...
pretty.
Patrick Stewart?
Yeah, that would be pretty awesome, too.
That's like the dream.
Sean Connery.
No, he's too old to play it. I think.
Oh, come on.
But
Sean Connery is too old, but Patrick Stewart isn't.
That was the worst Sean Connery impression.
I wasn't. There was a hair in my mouth.
I mean, just put Patrick Stewart in an Apache helicopter and things will be
In
alright.
an Apache helicopter.
there's
It
nothing
has
more powerful
Whoa,
than
whoa.
a child's TARDIS.
We are
Except, of course,
His
an
TARDIS will be the Apache helicopter.
Guys, we're getting way off topic.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for pulling us back on the
We're getting
sanity
way hot
train.
topic.
Sanity train. We've never been
Which
on a
is
sanity
which
train.
is going off the rails.
So
on the
anyway,
crazy train.
honestly, I can see maybe an actor like
Don't say it.
who?
Are you, John? Are you really familiar
Say
with
what you're
British
gonna say.
actors?
Hugh Laurie.
Say what you need to say.
Hugh Laurie would be pretty good as the Doctor.
Hugh Laurie.
That would be interesting.
Actually,
It's never lupus.
This
It's
would be-
space lupus.
This would actually be an interesting thing. Stephen Fry.
I want them to bring
Stephen
the daughter's
Fry
daughter
as
back-
the
doctor's
oh
daughter
yeah,
back.
that would be because she's still there. She's
Yeah,
just
she's just flying out in space. Hey, Dad, how's it going? Even if they
She's
brought back-
also currently David Tennant's wife
yeah.
and mother of his
Explain
child.
explain the whole thing about the doctor's daughter. what that whole
For those of you who don't know, the Doctor's daughter, being the fifth Doctor's daughter, what was his name again?
Peter Davison.
Peter Davison, right. It's been a while. Peter Davison's daughter, who's the Doctor's daughter, played the Doctor's daughter in The Doctor's Daughter, and then she married David Tennant and gave birth to his child, his child and her child, obviously.
Doctorception.
Which is obviously also the Doctor's daughter. Thus, the doctor's daughter played the doctor's daughter in The Doctor's Daughter and then gave birth to the doctor's daughter?
That actually
for
happened.
kids.
Yeah, alright. Anything.
All right, so
That's how
we've
things
padded this out, and I
Whoa,
think it's
they're
time.
10 years apart. Patrick Stewart was born in 1940, and Sean Connery was born in 1930.
All right.
Just so you know.
So, okay,
Food for
so we're gonna just move on right now to
Moving right
the
along.
new segment, and
Moving
we're gonna
right
move on to the segment. Jeff,
Moving
come
right
sit in the hot
along.
seat right now.
Loose and fancy free.
Sit
Moving right
in the
along.
hot seat.
Moving right along.
And you see that season is
He's
hot.
just
This
moving
is
the
hot
hot
seat.
seat. He's just taking the cold
There's
seat.
no hot
This is our
seat.
transition
Anyway,
music
so
now.
so Brent, make up a theme tune for this. Write the theme tune, sing the theme tune. Write the theme tune, sing the theme tune.
5 things Jeffrey hates today. After hours.
Okay,
In
so
his basement.
days.
In his basement.
okay, so basically here's the plan. For those who are just joining this podcast,
Why?
what we do, why? But what we do in this segment is we give Jeff a topic, and he has to come up with
A
5
hot
things.
topic, if you will.
He has to come up with 5 things about that topic that he hates.
Can I just... Who's going to join the... Who's going to move their, like, cursor across
No,
the...
I mean joining the first watching this episode. They've never.
I think they've gotten into
People
it
do
now.
that. People do that,
And they're going to land
and
right
then they'll
when you say-
backtrack and then do that. But anyway,
Whatever.
so people who are just who are first tuning in to this podcast, what we
I'm
do.
an angry person.
He's an angry
to the
person.
series.
To the
we'll
series.
say.
He is an angry man. Let's.
Oh, is he angry?
Well,
If-
he's actually
if
really
he was a
quite
if he was a
jolly, but
lantern-
he pretends to be angry
If he's a
lot.
lantern, he would be the Red Lantern.
He's a bear.
He's a red. He's a Red Lantern bear. Oh, by the way,
He is a
speaking
bear.
of my friend texted me on Skype. He's like,
Have you
"You
met my
realize
friend
you
Bear?"
just called Jeff gay, right?" I'm like, "Son of a bitch." Anyway.
Oh yeah, we heard about that. Where
Yeah.
apparently in the gay community, bear means a big muscly man that everyone wants to have sex with and cuddle with.
So yeah, Jeff's a bear.
So Jeff's a
No,
bear.
well,
No,
that makes
no.
enough sense.
Okay, no, we're kidding. Okay, so
Are we?
all right, moving on. Basically, we're gonna come up with 5 things that Jeff hates about a certain topic, and the topic
Well,
today
Jeff's gonna come up with
is
5 things that Jeff hates.
basically superheroes.
Marvel
from the no,
superheroes.
just comic book superheroes.
No, we're doing Marvel
No,
superheroes.
Marvel? We're doing
this
Marvel?
year
We're
is
doing Marvel.
Okay, this time we're doing
this podcast.
as if we're gonna be doing this in here. Anyway, so did you think about it?
After arguing with you during the break? No, but I'll go with it. Let's start with number 5. Now, I'm not too into Marvel, but I know of a few heroes. One, my 5th most hated superhero right now.
He just negated it. It's okay. We're gonna go to 5 now. 1, 5.
You wonder why you take this why does it
Anyway,
take so long?
just go.
Guys,
Spider-Man.
would like to get to dinner man
I
tonight.
love
Oh,
Spider-Man.
yes.
I really do. But sometimes he turns around and makes me just hate him.
One more
Hey,
day.
That wasn't Spider-Man. That was the writer being a
Yeah, but it's supposed to be Spider-Man.
bad word.
But yeah, like, hey, I'm Spider-Man, and my aunt died, and I'm so sorry, but like, I have this love of my life. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna sell my marriage to a devil, so I can bring her back,
Even though she said,
Whose segment is this?
"Sorry, I'm." Yeah,
Hey,
I'm
continue.
going to knock you out.
Continue.
If you
I'm
interrupt
sorry.
Hey, I just
I'm
met you.
sorry.
And my name's Spidey, but my aunt's dead now, so take my wife, please.
Anywho,
Me. Basically.
Yeah.
yeah, so that really took me off. And the new one, he kind of like he's like saved something like Spire Island. I don't know too much. Like he saved saved the world with the Avengers, and it was like a great big thing. And unfortunately, like Silver Sable, I think her name was, had to sacrifice herself. But she was like a mercenary who's hunted him many times, and she's finally sacrificed herself doing something good. And he had a huge party which Mary Jane threw for him, even though she's his like ex-girlfriend, but she owns a club where all his people from all his friends from high school, the new people that he works with, that he loves his new job, and he's just sitting there brooding. And he can't accept it because he let someone die even when he made a pledge that like no one will die when he's around. And Mary Jane's like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard you say. People die. You're not God. You can't say, but like, just thinking about it sometimes helps me just get through the day being sane. And but it's like, you know what help you being sane? Relaxing once in a while. Come on, enjoy life.
Okay.
It's coming from
So,
Jeff.
That's ironic. Number 4.
Wonder Man.
Yes, wait,
Wonder Man.
Okay, I'm not familiar with...
He was in there with My Heroes. He was the purple guy.
Oh, okay.
Anywho, but he later on becomes an Avenger in the comics. This is him right here.
Wonder Man.
And he has amazing powers. But I'm talking about the one that the Scarlet Witch actually brings back after a big part in the Marvel Universe. And he goes and he doesn't like what the Avengers are doing, the secrets they're keeping in order to try and protect people. They keep secrets and become pretty much their own organization. I think, yeah.
Well,
Captain
they
America,
are their own organization.
Just keep
Captain
going.
America becomes the leader, the head of S.H.I.E.L.D. And shut up. And he attacks the Avengers completely with a bunch of anti-heroes now. One of them's actually named Anti-Venom. And he, just to prove that point, like the Avengers can't work and something, and then he disappears. And I'm like, you just destroyed the heroes because they were trying to be heroes. And they were trying to keep, like, the secrets, but this is so much better by, like, attacking them and disassembling them.
Heroes
it was dumb.
Gonna hear.
It was just really, really dumb. And number 3. I'm going to get so much gripe for this, but there's a reason why. I really don't hate the character. I just really hate what she's become. Squirrel Girl.
2. No, I'm kidding.
Squirrel Girl is pretty much just like became a meme where she could beat anyone. She literally beats not Galactus.
Thanos.
Yeah, she beats Thanos. They don't show us the fight. Like she was able to defeat like Doctor Doom because he was overconfident and she used that against him. But she's pretty much beat like everyone else. She beat, like they said, they beat Thanos, and like the Watcher came down. He's like, "This is actually Thanos. This is actually Thanos. You won. Way to go, Squirrel Girl. Yay."
Here's your prize.
She's kicked Deadpool's like butt twice. One out of her house. I don't even think he knows who she is.
I hope she's the first one to die then, and Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe.
I hope she's the last one. I hope that they have an epic showdown
boss battle
between Squirrel Girl and Deadpool.
You know, if that happens, actually at the end, I'm calling it now, the end of Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe. The last person he goes up against, he's gonna refer to as an epic boss battle.
I mean, you called Korra,
I really
so
hope
you did call Korra, so
well, yeah.
But then again, everybody called Korra.
Even Korra called Korra a bitch.
Oh, anyway, so yeah, I just hate that she become like, she's a good character and stuff. I liked her in the Great Lake Avengers, but just like the
me I am hates the me I become.
Did you just
killed a bug?
You murderer. Number 3.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Oh, number 2.
Bears.
Number 2.
I just hate what you've become.
So
why can't I quit you?
Now I'm talking about more recent comics with the X-Men versus Avengers.
Uh-oh.
And these next 2 are on this list.
Oh, I could see Andrew's just like,
No, I'm not. I don't have a problem.
Scott Summers.
I don't have a problem.
Oh yeah,
This
he's a psycho.
psychopath.
He's a psycho.
Like he Captain America is like, listen, we know you have hope here, and we know she's going to be the Phoenix's vessel. We just want to take her and try and keep her safe.
No.
Yeah,
Never!
He pretty much like, get the fuck off my island, we'll take care of this because we're the mutant
fuck
community.
was that?
You've never helped us before.
Scott Summers.
And so we're going to take this. He's like, no, you're not. This isn't a mutant problem. This is a beast that's going to kill the world. And he's like, it always comes back here for a reason. It always comes back here. Yeah, so does Galactus, Scott. He comes to eat the planet. Guess what? He's no savior. And the thing that ticked me off most, spoilers, he was right. The Phoenix actually came to them, gave them all superpowers, and now they're trying to make the world a better place by they pretty much took over the world and are hunting the Avengers because they're the only ones like, listen, this is ultimate power corrupts ultimately. And
Yeah, so Scott basically became a cult leader.
Scott is
Except with ultimate powers.
Scott
Anyway.
is
Scott is the
the
Amon of X-Men versus...
and most of the X-Men are just following him. Like, oh yeah, he's hitless
Yeah.
so far. Number 1,
number 1. Dun dun.
Namor. The fucking Aquaman of the fucking Marvel universe.
That he likes tights.
Laying down the verbal smackdown.
What does that
Actually,
mean when he's wearing
Aquaman I
tights?
like better
That
than
he likes
Namor
tights.
because
Ooh, them fighting words. You best be able to
Fight,
defend
fight,
yourself.
fight, fight, fight.
he's just a prick. Like, he just goes on like he also has his own catchphrase when he gets his butt kicked. Imperious Rex! Oh no! Like, he's the leader of like the Atlanteans, but he's also apparently a mutant or something, I'm not sure. But like every time I see him, in every comic I've ever seen him in, he's always just fucking everything up. He's fucking with the Fantastic Four, he's fucking with the X-Men, he's fucking with the Avengers, and now he's trying to lay
There are
into...
a lot of Namor babies out
He be
there.
fucking robotic.
He tries to get like Sue
Everybody getting
Sue
fucked.
Summers to just like be his queen all the time. She actually like, bitch slaps him, gives him the verbal speech. She's like, "God, you're magnificent." She's like, "Oh my God, would you stop thinking with your penis for a second?"
And that's
And then like in the latest X-Men versus Avengers, he's attacking Wakanda with the Atlanteans by bringing the water on them. Because they have the Scarlet Witch is the only one who can hurt them, and he's being a prick. He's not even listening to Scott Summers. He's actually trying to take his woman, what's her name? Emma Frost. They're fucking behind his back. I hate them all.
We will fight.
So
Alright.
those are my top
Well,
5
we've
heroes I don't like right now.
okay. So right now,
I'm not sure if I'll ever like Namor,
Top
but
5
like
things Jeff hates today.
okay. So now that we've
In his basement.
actually done that, I would like to put in my 2 cents because
Oh god, here it
I'm
comes.
gonna put in my 2. No. I mean, when I say
Go
2
on.
cents, I mean I'm gonna put in
About
next podcast.
$1.50.
I'm gonna put it. Yes, $1.50.
You mean 10.50?
Shut up.
$3.50.
I'm gonna put in $3.50.
get on with
Listen,
it.
I'm gonna put in my
Skip a
topic.
bit, brother.
I just thought of a topic that Jeff is gonna have to do for the next podcast. So I'm gonna tell you right now. So you have time. You have a little bit of time. Next time we hang out, we're gonna do the podcast. I don't know when. It'll probably be next week, but
What's the topic?
in midnight hour she cried mo mo mo. Okay, so the topic is 5 movies Jeff hates that we have not introduced to him.
What do you mean?
That we have not suggested in the slightest. These are movies from your past experience of watching movies.
5 movies that you hate that are not our fault that you
Wop
saw them.
wop,
Exactly.
wop, wop, do wop,
So-
wop, bamboo.
So that basically
Stop
means
spoiling it.
so that you
Spoilers.
spoiled it already in the first episode. You already said it.
People might not remember the first episode. Now they're gonna go watch.
Tune in to this episode so you don't know what the hell we're talking about. Anyway, so
No one's gonna
basically
watch this in a
means-
row.
this
No one
means-
has that amount of time.
Watch it.
And
Watch. You're gonna
Cora
see.
can
Watch.
see
We're gonna get an
into the
email.
spirit
I
world,
watched
but can
all
they
of the
see why kids
episodes.
listen
I know
to
what's
Toast
coming,
Crunch?
and I'm like,
Okay.
way to
so-
go! You have as much time as the guy who made the who took words from Obama and made the So, what's the song, Brent? The
What?
so.
That would be Call Me Maybe.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
By
so,
Carly Rae Jepsen.
Okay. So
I am the
basically,
music guru.
so that means here are the rules.
Beware.
Here are the rules for that.
Fox Goose.
Here are the rules. The
I
3
am
movies.
the people.
Stop it. Okay. The movies that are disqualified from this list: Savages, Dragon Wars, Gulliver's Travels, and Splice. Those are the ones that are. And you can get back here, by the way.
I can do that.
Okay, those are 4 movies. You cannot add any of them on. If you add any of them on, that's a disqualification.
If you add
So
any
what's
of
gonna
them
happen?
And
on,
you
Am I
will
gonna
be
lose
brutally
points
murdered.
there, John?
I don't.
if you add any of them, Amon, you will die.
Did you just really make a Legend of Korra joke?
I did.
Ah.
Anyway, so remember,
Clever guy.
those are the movies he cannot add to the list.
What are
you-
they again, Jeff? John?
John,
J guy.
they are Savages, Dragon Wars. Let's see, what was
Gulliver's Travels.
Gulliver's Travels and Splice.
If you hear him mention any of these, please feel free to send him email. Now,
Also,
never
I'm
do that.
not gonna do
Okay,
it
here's the
already.
deal. If he does say that, spam the comments with "Where's Tenkaichi, Jeff?"
I like oranges.
Anyway.
No,
Just keep doing that.
No.
Hey, just keep doing that, damn it.
It will all be known soon.
Oh, son of a bitch.
I love oranges.
This is what happens during the podcast. I'm gonna post this picture in the fucking chat.
This is gonna be in the. This should be one of the pictures in the podcast.
Yeah, it's gonna be the picture.
I've been
Anyway.
looking at that all night, and like, that looks like an orange. I could use an orange right now.
Okay, so I
Can we
think
end
that's.
this now?
I think we're gonna have to end it now. It's been pretty much an hour.
Now we're going
So-
to Dinner Man. It's something
Yes,
that we
we
have
are-
and you don't.
Dinner Man is essentially our like little get together of friends in which we rejoice, drink, eat, and be merry. So
And rejoice over the death of a dark force that perished long ago in the
Anyway,
art
what-
of Rajmo.
okay, so anyway, from all of us here at the Untitled podcast, do you guys want to say anything?
I am the podcast. Beware!
Alright, wait. What would you like to say to end us, Jeff?
You first, Brent.
Nope. Say it.
God damn it, people, you're ruining my